Hi and welcome back to Sailing Catalpa. If you're new here, we are a family that has been sailing the world for the past 10 years and we are currently in El Salvador. This video starts off like our usual vlogs with us off on an adventure, but then life threw us a curveball and things got a little bit sad. It's not something a video I ever wanted to make. We're an Australian family that set off on an adventure of a lifetime. We hope these little videos make you smile and inspire you to chase your dreams. Subscribe to join us and our travels as we share our life on the sea. Oh, we're leaving you again, my little darling. Love you. After saying goodbye to our sweet boy, we headed off to one of our favourite places here in El Salvador, El Zonte, a quiet little surf town to surf for a couple of days. We're staying in this cool place right at the beach. These cute little bungalows are containers that have been converted into accommodation. This place is a vibe, and even though it's pretty quiet at the moment because it's rainy season, we had sunshiny days and fun little waves.
Close your eyes, hear the voice within, calling. This heavy load got under your skin, all in. You got the white knuckles holding on it tight, keeping your feelings bottled up inside, heading for collision in the night. To really live, you gotta die. Breathe in, breathe out. Hey, come alive. Breathe in, breathe out. Look at the colors. Right.
Surfing is not just about catching waves. It's about letting go, about finding rhythm in the chaos. Every paddle, every wipeout, every ride reminds me that life is the same, unpredictable, but beautiful when you just surrender and go with it. Traveling to places like this, chasing waves with my family, and these moments feels less like I'm escaping something and more like I'm returning to what really matters. Salt water, sun on my face, and that feeling of being alive. Fully alive, sharing this feeling all together is more than a dream. It's my happy place that I will continue to find over and over again.
There's a heart gone out of rhythm in despair, held underwater, fine for air. Breathe in, breathe out. Hey, come alive. Breathe in, breathe out. Look at the colors you got the
Come on, wrap it up. 21. Mama wins, Bella.
Had a fun stay, our last surfed and papooses for dinner, then headed back to the boat and our sweet boy Morotai.
living on a boat, there is always a job to do, and today's job is to replace this. So this is a diesel priming pump that fits on the side of our Perkins 4236, and it pumps our diesel from our tank up into our injector pump and goes from there. Why am I replacing it? It was leaking oil. There was a tear in this. It was torn and I actually made it worse, but it was leaking oil and it wasn't priming. So I changed our diesel filter. I did a service, and then I usually just use this lever and it primes up. It just manually pumps the diesel and fills our diesel filter up. It wasn't doing that, so something's going on. I wasn't even going to investigate. I had a new one here. So I'm switching it out, just made up a new gasket. I did get a gasket with this, but when it was shipped, the gasket got broken. So I had some gasket paper here, so I've just made another one up. Pretty simple, just cut that out with a Stanley knife. So on Catalpa 1, we had a similar issue. We had this fail. It was pumping diesel, but it was torn inside and it was leaking diesel into our engine. It's pretty familiar with this little unit. So at the time, our oil level was actually rising instead of burning oil, maybe potentially losing oil like engines do. Our one was filling up, and this was the case with the Perkins 4236. It's pretty common. It's a manual pump and it leaked into our diesel. As a result, it's not the greatest to have diesel mixing in with your oil. Thins it right out, wears your engine down pretty quick and can cause a lot of problems. But we didn't get to that stage with this one. It was just that it wasn't priming. So I'm going to put this back together. I'll put a bit of gasket lube on there, put the new gasket I've made, put it back together, and we should be good. It's probably a great little spare if you've got a Perkins 4236, because if this stops working, you can't prime your diesel filter. And then also, like I said, if it gets cracked in here, it's just like a rubber membrane. It leaks diesel into your oil reservoir. So this is where our pump connects onto here. There's a little cam in the engine here, which goes up and down, and as a result just pumps this little pump, and it pumps it from this line here from our petrol tank up here, and that line there will go to our injector pump. So I'll clean this up and put this back together, and that's pretty much all it is. This goes onto there. Permatex high-tack gasket sealant, and call it done.
So just put it in, what happened?
It's leaking out of here, but I didn't inspect it completely, but assuming it's identical, it's like a pressed fitting in there, and it's just whether there's something not machined nicely on the aftermarket part. I'll put it together once more and have a look, but it's not sealing. Alright, that was a fail. I installed this and got it all together, started leaking diesel. So it was leaking diesel out of these fittings here. So like I say, this is an aftermarket cheap Amazon one, and I try not to do aftermarket ones. I always like genuine, but in this case the aftermarket one has failed. Inside here is really rough, the machining of it. Look, you could probably play with it, but inside there where the tube actually sits and seals against, it's not a flat surface. It's hard to see, but it's sort of like got a, I don't know, like a rough finish on it, and so that's got to seal perfectly. Like a grain of dirt would cause it not to seal, let alone a rough finish. So I don't know, there's probably a way you can work with it, but it's hard to actually show you. Just the machining of it just looks really rough. I didn't play with it anymore. I just reinstalled the old one, but obviously the main thing was I was leaking oil, so I fixed up the broken seal. At some stage I'll have to replace it, but it's all working. It's not leaking oil, it's not leaking diesel. This brand new one, aftermarket, didn't work. Some things do, some things don't. Like I say, I installed for the generator, I used a Amazon Raycore, so quite a lot cheaper. Then it's working fine. I had no troubles with that, but just in general, I really like to try and stick with genuine parts just for this reason. Like if we were in the middle of nowhere and we were dependent on a part and it done that to you, could be in a little bit of trouble. There's never a dull moment on a boat. What has actually happened here is we have a current transformer, and it has a little resistor on there, and the resistor has, it looks like it's just corroded, and I would say once the resistor's corroded, the current transformer's just killed itself. I'm going to have to pull this out and try and source this or get it air freighted in as quick as possible, because we have got the generator set up at the moment running the water maker. This is 240. Our main Victron gear on the boat is 110, so I've got two options: either quickly source this and happy days again, we're up making water, or I'd have to rewire our pump on our water maker to go to 110, and then we'll be making it off solar. I think I prefer to just try and source this and get this fixed as quickly as possible. But if we can get it somewhere, it will be a simple fix. If we've got to order it, we may have to air freight this because we sort of need it.
I don't know what to say. There's no easy way to say it. But we had to tell you guys. We lost Morotai. We didn't even plan on having a cat or a pet. He just came into our life. And for those of you who don't know, we found Morotai on the streets in Puerto Penasco in Mexico a little over a year ago. He was barely alive and he was tiny, and we took him back to the boat, and we thought we'd just look after him until he was stronger, and we fell in love with him. And he has been on board with us ever since, and I didn't realise how much I would miss him, how much I loved him. We're obviously all devastated, and it's not something a video I ever wanted to make. And a lot of you will be wondering what happened. He fell overboard at night, and we couldn't find him. And a part of us thought maybe he made it to shore, and maybe he's on the shore, and maybe he still is. Wherever he is, Morotai, you are so loved, and you're going to be so missed. And we just wanted to share this with all of you, because we know that a lot of you loved him too. He was a special little guy, and he brought so much joy into our boat. Our boat is so quiet. It just feels like something's missing now. We're so grateful for the time that we had with him. It was so cute. Look what we found!
We never should have said it's better this way. I'd rather be with you than someone I don't know. Now it's like we're living in two separate worlds. Come on back to me, say that you won't go. I can't cope without you, and I wanna hold you close. Say that you won't go. Say that you won't go. It's been so cold without you here. We barely said goodbye before you disappeared. It's been so cold without you here. I'm not gonna lie, don't know what I'd do without you. Maybe we could try to figure out a way to put our past aside. I've realized I only want you. I hope it's not too late. I want you back here with me. We never should have said it's better this way. I'd rather be with you than someone I don't know. Now it's like we're living in two separate worlds. Come on back to me, say that you won't go. I can't cope without you, and I wanna hold you close. Say that you won't go. Say that you won't go. I'd rather be with you than someone I don't know. Now it's like we're living in two separate worlds. Come on back to me, say that you won't go. I can't cope without you and I wanna hold you close. Say that you won't go. Say that you won't go. Say that you won't go. Say that you won't go.
But we love you so much. I'm so sorry to bum you all out. That was sad, and thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being a part of our story, being a part of our lives. And see you next time. Bye.